Let me demonstrate for you right now the Topaz high definition desktop unit. The unit I have here at the present time has a 24-inch screen, but we also have available a 22, 20-inch, and then a 17-inch. It can also be purchased as a camera only, and you connect it to your own TV set. Basic functions are very simple and easy to use. First of all, on the right, green switch is the power button where you turn it on and off. One button does it all. In the middle is the most important button. It's the one you'll probably use the most because it controls the size. By turning it to the left or the right, you change the size of what you're looking at. Turning it right makes it larger, left makes it smaller. There are 16 levels of magnification, depending upon how big, first of all, what you're looking at is, and also the size that you need to have it to look at. In the bottom left-hand corner, a number appears for just a short period of time that tells us what level of magnification we are at. We can also have it so it doesn't show up, or we could even have it tell you how many times magnified it is. To the right, we have a blue knob that controls the different modes. Right now we are in color. If I turn it one notch, we have what we call a high contrast black and white. As you notice, everything there is either black or white, and it gets rid of the grays that you might see, so it makes it a lot easier to see. We turn it again, we get the negative, the high contrast negative. Now this can be a lot easier on your eyes if you read a lot, because this screen actually is like a light bulb. The more white, the more light coming at you. So the less light we have, the easier it's going to be on your eyes. Some people find colors make a difference. So we have a total of about 30 different colors that we can program for you to use if you find one that works better or the other. This is a yellow on blue. Here's a yellow on black. And then we're back to our original colors. We can have up to 12 different colors set up at any specific time. You can go back and forth if you're in color. You can go black and white, and then you can go back to where you were in color before too. So that's really nice. The button on the clear left, or the knob I should say, is the contrast. And by turning it, we can adjust the contrast of it to make it look better. And that's very important, especially if you're looking at something, say like something written in pencil. That can make a big difference of seeing what it says. Now that is the basic functions, what you're going to be using the most. There are a lot of other functions. I'll go into those quickly right now. First of all, the red button inside the black knob is the freeze button. What that does, it takes a picture of it, so when you move the paper that's underneath here, it doesn't move. It also has two bars. A person calls it a pause bar, and that tells you that you have froze it. To get it off, push it again, and we're back to normal. Notice what I'm looking at, and I didn't mention that, is the paper that's on this movable table underneath here. Okay. Now, let's say we're using it at that magnification, but we want to look at the very top left. We could just move the table to get there, or if we push this yellow button here, we can zoom out. It zooms all the way out, puts crosshairs. Now we put the center of that where we want to look. So we want to look at the very top here. I release it, and it goes back to the magnification that we were at. That eliminates us turning this knob back and forth all the time. Okay, then we have one other button, and that's in the blue knob. When we don't have it connected to a computer, it gives us a single line so that as we're reading across, it helps us follow along. Or if we have a bunch of numbers, we can follow along. A phone book, it could help you find the name and then the number. Push it again and it's off. When it's connected to a computer, pressing that makes this the computer screen. Pressing it again makes it the Topaz screen. People ask, well, does it magnify the computer screen? No, this will not magnify the computer screen. To do that, we have to install a special program onto your computer, which we can visit with you about later. There are also controls underneath this panel, and what that allows us to do is to do what we call shades. And if you're doing a lot of, we'll say like the phone book, you looked up a name, there's a lot of different names there, a lot of different numbers. By hiding everything but that one line, it can make it easier for us to stay concentrated on what we're looking at. That can be moved up or down, so you can put it clear up here if you want, or down lower. You can also make that as big or as small as you want. If you want 2 lines, or if the print is bigger, you know, you need that space bigger. Push it again, we're off. We can also have lines. Put 2 lines, again, move them where you want, put them how far apart you want. So you could actually have 2 lines if showing, help you follow along that way. Push it again, we're back to normal. The yellow, I should say the red bar on the table here is used when we want to write. If we want to write something there, we can lock it into place. The table doesn't move. Now we can see where we're going to write, and we can actually write there. Okay? That gives a good demonstration of what this thing is capable of doing. Again, this is the Topaz. For further demonstration, come see us at Vision Helpers.